Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am officially back. As we see, nothing exciting has changed. It is still April 8th, 1938. Hitler is on his last legs. We're hopefully soon going to become democratic. As soon as we hold our big referendum, once we get 100 political points. I don't know what's going to happen to Hitler. I mean, I don't know, just to get him, to avoid everything. If he was, to retire to some sort of, apartment building somewhere, at this point, I'll just say, let bygones be bygones. If it would have prevented the Second World War. Prevented that, prevented the Holocaust, prevented, all that needless suffering. You know what, just go hang out in an apartment somewhere. I don't really feel like putting him on trial if I was at an error at this point. I mean, he would have got some sort of mitigating factor if you, simply accept the fact, too, that, you sort of allowed... What are we waiting on? At least in that aspect, you can understand, at that point, you'll just sort of be willing to make bygones be bygones if it would have let. Alright, we got these 19 days done, and then I can freaking flip around and actually research something that's useful. Probably the ponds are dry. The whole thing is that, I know the tiger, there's the tiger, the Koenig tiger, the panther. Those early ones, I wonder if they had names. Panzer Dry. Panzer Dry. Yeah, it doesn't really have a name. You would think the Panzer III, though, would have gave him a name. I think the Panzer III deserved a frickin' name. Hell, if you're a U-boat and you sunk 50,000 tons of cargo, maybe you deserve a name too. U-48. You could understand, I would think, U-48 would deserve, a name. There we go, as every single day we're clawing back. We could, yeah. Why are these things down? Yeah. Oh. Our stability is down. Well, it's going to be up soon enough once we get Adenauer in office. Well, it's... Still, we have plenty of toys to play with. How big's our army? We have 818,000 men just walking around, twiddling their thumbs, bored out of their mind. I know when I was in the army, I had a remote-controlled Spider, and then the other guy had a remote-controlled Spider, and we had a race one day, and then, I was blaming the other guy cheating, and he thought I was cheating, so then we got, a referee to supervise the race. And, we tried, we had, 3 or 4 races over the span, and, and then that, you check the clock, and, a half an hour has passed. So, it could get pretty damn boring at times. Especially when the barracks that you have doesn't have internet access. And pretty much it's just boring. So I could just see like all the troops right here, like on the. They're probably just bored out of their minds right now. I'm assuming we have some sort of conscription. Yeah. If we want to become a coal miner, or that was like the only real way you could like avoid conscription during World War II in Germany, is to become a coal miner. It was the same in Britain, you know. They had the Bevan Boys, which were like every 10th person that was conscripted was literally conscripted to go into the coal mines. You know, it's just because, you know, like, coal was actually just that important of a resource. And I'm assuming that, yeah, they would let me know if Italy decided to invade. Why can't I cancel this? Okay, we have 164, so pretty much if we wanted to, we just could shove a couple more over there. And then in 6 months, we could definitely break it. Yeah. So we're fine. You know, Kurt's doing is building up his army. You know, at the same, you know, so all that's good. You know, if I want to get a little bit more, you know, obviously when we're going to go to war again, I'm going to get a little bit more, like, concerned. You know, if we're going to have, like, a nice little, ooh, this unit will be a armored unit, and this unit will just be a regular infantry unit. And all that gobbledygook. But right now we have bigger things to worry about. By getting the still can't pronounce the Altair, the old person, aka. Oh, we don't have to do. Okay, I thought this was 1938, 1939, 1940. 1940. Much ado about nothing. You know, this is much ado about nothing. I was having a heart attack over nothing. Ooh. Yeah, we obviously want some freaking radar. Be nice if our troops could see things and stuff like that, you know. Ultimately, that's how we kill the U-boats. Well, we might not have to do that, you know, because we might not need that much of a navy if we're going to be going democratic. And ideally just... Because the goal is, once we become democratic, we're going to try to provoke... We just have to provoke some neighbor to attack some other neighbor. And just take them over. If we have to flip back to fascist a little bit, just to, like, you know, or go communist or something like that. But, you know, ultimately, if we do that, I mean, at this point, we can't really, like, go to war without, because we have the whole guarantees and everything, but as a democracy, we can go to war against fascists, I'm pretty sure. Especially if we have, like, a reason to. Maybe we could provoke Italy into attacking us. Or... ultimately, you should be happy with me that I'm, you know, This isn't king shit. Oh, they are fascists. Who the hell is this guy? Yeah. Okay, so we didn't guarantee this guy's independence, which I like. I could actually stop this. Let's keep one for the Who's You Watch at the. What kind of planes can we use? We don't have any strategic ones, right? Dornier 19, Michael, JU, BF, Opel, Hanzel. Yeah, we don't have the frickin' Who's He Watch it. Yeah, so I'd like a strategic bomber. That's the one thing that they didn't have. You're going to be developing a surplus sooner rather than later. Take some of you. What else can we really do at this point? We do definitely need like a, because this is just going to be a bread and butter. This is going to be a bread and butter too. We need artillery for all those frickin' artillery units that we made. Those special ones from the Austrian ones. Just a little wary of these if we're going to be building Panzer III soon. But, you know, in real life, they wouldn't know that there would be, like, Panzer IIIs around the corner. Opels were producing quite a lot, so... Let's see why not we don't just give these guys a second one. There. I'm not going to be wasting frickin' money on precious. At least this, with the carabiners, support equipment, and the total artillery, could actually spam out some. Dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. And I guess we're just gonna give the frickin' tanks some stuff back. I mean, tanks probably use more than just steel. And if you think otherwise, you probably have to be some sort of idiot. No, I don't want another for that. Yeah, I want to cancel that. You're getting some... the Deutsches like. Not for long, my friends. Not for long. Soon we'll be like the nice... We'll be Germany as it is now, you know, like not that bad of a place. You know, we'll be nice people. We'll have like Luftballon. You know, we'll have like that lady singing Luftballon. You know, the 101 Luftballons. We'll have Comrade Adenauer, Herr Adenauer. Like Chancellor Adenauer, I don't know what title he used. Here, the president. You know, I wonder what's going to happen to donuts. I mean, I'm assuming we could still keep him. Like, I know when Hitler died, he became president for like a couple of days. But you know, it's the bread. They had like that fun thing. It was like, I forgot the names of the guys. You know, they had a little like joke about kind of like, you know, when, you know, Admiral Donuts. It's like, Admiral Donuts, we have shocking news. Our beloved Führer, Adolf Hitler, has taken his own life, and you have been designated his successor. Like, the Britons made it like a almost kind of like a joke, because it was a comedy. But wonder how they treated it, like how he treated it in real life. Like, oh yeah, I guess I'm in charge now, and I have to like somehow. I guess what we had to do is figure out the best way to surrender. Because yeah, we're gonna do a story, and we might build another destroyer. And we're gonna be getting close to a good referendum. You get Adenauer in office, which is what we want. 44-23, 42-28. Peak has been pretty much stomped out. And I guess the first thing we do once we're at an hour is just figure out a way to stomp out fascism. And give everyone little Antifa bumper stickers or something that should hopefully get them to calm down. Alright, fellas, let's have our... We can't? Okay, we need to get 50% for Zentrum. See, no reason, just engage in more civil support. Do something for a change, because why the hell not? Let's just finish up KDF Vagen. And just wait patiently to get some Zentrum. And obviously just get some political support for... I guess Adenauer just didn't do his... Should have just campaigned harder. Won people's hearts and minds, like, hey, you have a choice. We can, like, hang out together and build Germany back up, or if you want, you just go, like, hang out with Hitler and just die in Russia. You have one choice or the other. I mean, I prefer that you take my choice and we just go, like, hang out and... Because, that would be kind of... Infantry, what are we waiting on? Infantry equipment. That's just the first one, right? We need some opals too, but... As we see, we're just finishing this stuff up. And we're almost kind of like starting out where we just started out. We're just training 1 or 2 units at a time after actually building quite a lot of 888,000. Is that great? I don't know. We could scare like... we have to wait patiently to get... I do realize this is going to take frickin' forever. We're ban communism. Well, we can't do that. Now we're waiting. Resistance is going down because we're being nice to them. Compliance is going up. It's the abilities down, which sucks. But once again, you know, that's what happens when I'm sort of like... Infantry spec. Oh, I don't know, we're bad out of the hole with that motorized. But, you know, as you see, this is pretty much what happens now when, you know, you want to go democratic, but you're not close. You're close, but you're not close enough. And it sucks. And you're waiting for some sort of excuse to start a war. But there aren't really any excuses. And if I'm going to be stuck for a while, I might as well do Sudan. Yeah, you don't really like me. You're the party radical. Wonder what parties you have in... I mean, I'm assuming you have the CDU, but I wonder if they have an opposition party. Apparently I discovered because my maternal grandfather was born in Italy and fled because of this little gentleman. What happened is that because he never surrendered his Italian citizenship, it means I could be an Italian citizen. So I might do that for the hell of it, then try to find some other country to become a citizen of. You know, I wonder what this Guinness record is of like the person to hold in like the most citizenships of countries. I'm assuming it's like if you're just some rich guy, it's like there are a lot of countries that'll give it to you if you gave them like $500,000. Then you can say you're like a citizen of Suriname or whatever. So I guess that's one way around it. Yeah. Leader Byron. Bye, Byron. There we go. Stupid lagginess. Ding, ding. What do we have here? Okay, good. We're actually producing strategic bombers now. I just don't know, like, the ratio of, like 50 million years in the future, like 1941 or 42, when it comes to this stuff. We have 2 rubbers now. Could use Heinkels. I'm just assuming we're going to be needing more. I mean, it's that I don't really think we're going to need for now. I'm just assuming we just need more fighters. If we do that, of course, now we need more rubber, so we need to talk to the Netherlands again. Hi, Netherlands. How you doing today, buddy? You want another one of my precious civilian factories for some friggin'... You promised to give me some rubber. Frickin' crying shame, you know? Yeah, now we have all that extra rubber. So at least this way, we could build our... So you just build up some more aircraft, I think. I'm just gonna stop the recording for a second.